I'm Amanda Gross. We're at the Cavendish Baptist Church, which serves as the town shelter for the town of Cavendish. We're upstairs right now, which is full of donations of cleaning supplies and other necessary items for people who are cleaning up from the recent flood. We are officially the town shelter. After Irene, the school was used as a shelter, and a lot of amazing volunteers made that happen. It made it a little challenging because kids weren't able to go to school during that time. We have this big building, and one of our goals as a church community is to serve the town, and so the Cavendish Volunteer Fire Department organized a fundraising campaign to purchase a generator, and other people from the community and second homeowners all contributed. Somebody donated a propane tank for the generator so that we could serve as a shelter. So anytime there's a need year-round from a weather event or losing electricity, we can open and have a place for people to stay or warm up, charge their devices, get some food, whatever they need. So we're open 24/7 right now. If somebody needs something, they can call 802-226-7131 and let us know, or they can just stop by and pick up if they need contractor bags, bleach, a mop, anything. We do have breakfast, lunch, and dinner. Breakfast at 8, lunch around 11:30, and dinner around 5. But we're also delivering meals around town. So to all the work sites where people are working so hard. So we're driving deliveries, and also some of the more affected roads, we're just got a wagon and walking down it to deliver what people need. If you tell anybody with the food, cleaning supplies you need, they'll take a list and bring it back to you, so you don't have to stop working to come and get it. Every day on the Cavendish Vermont Facebook page in the morning, there'll be an updated list of the needs for the day. And it's been different every day, sort of like as people go through cleaning, what they need changes. So people can check there, or they can call the 802-226-7131 number. People have just been stopping by to drop stuff off. There's been businesses, organizations, individuals. All of this was just donated from people with connections to our community or in our community. It's astonishing to see the community come together like this. The real need is around the community for homeowners right now who are doing a lot of really hard work trying to get things cleaned up in their homes. So again, that number 802-226-7131 would be the way to call in and say you're interested in volunteering with cleaning or digging or hauling stuff, and then we can connect you with a job site that has what you're willing to do and get you to work. The Vermont 100 Endurance Race has a number of volunteers that are going to be around the community volunteering instead of running. The race was canceled. Yeah.
So did you want me to
I think no, we have somebody that we have to send this out by ATV.
Yeah.
They're way out on the Gulf Road, and they can't get out. So we're now doing deliveries of food and whatever.
Wow. Okay.
Yeah. Deja vu all over again. Well, I think we're all a lot more relaxed. I think we know it does get better. We can fix it. We can deal with it. Many of us have been through it, so that's great, but there are also many of us that haven't. The heartbreak are the people that have been hit again, but hit harder. That's always a heartbreaker. We have a different facility for our shelter this time, and that's great. We've used it a lot. We learned a lot from Irene. Climate change is real. This is the 4th time since December we've had to be opened. But it's the first time in quite a while that we've really had to house a lot of people, at least temporarily. The community's been great. You see the generosity of the community. So this time during Irene, I tried to stay there at the school and was running in using the computer in the library. Here I'm going more home and doing all the phone calls, and of course the amount of texts, emails is really huge. The one thing that didn't work in Irene, we never could get phone calls, really. We couldn't hear the phone at the shelter. Now we all have text, we're all texting each other. The communication is definitely better. I think if there are questions about town services, in other words, about water, that kind of thing, you want to call the town office, which is 802-226-7291. If you want to know more about shelter, housing, all of those kind of things, 802-226-7131. That's the shelter number here at the church.
I've been appointed the store manager here in Cavendish, and that doesn't mean anything. It just means I'm the only one that knows where everything goes. And I'm trying to keep this organized so we can come in here. If somebody needs something, we can get it to them, get them back out to get to work on their home or their business. I've been retired now for a couple of years, and I said, and I told Margot, and I saw her on Depot Street. She was passing me, and I said, do you need any help? She goes, yes. So I showed up yesterday morning, and she directed me all the way up here and to try to get this organized. Some need paper towels, some need a shovel, some need a wheelbarrow, and I gave that out. The one wheelbarrow we had, I gave that out. But there's a woman that cleans homes, and she goes, yeah, I'm about out of stuff. And I said, well, here's some bleach, and take what you need. And she got it. We're sort of overstocked with bread over in the far corner over there. My motto when they come in for bread is take two and call me in the morning. but so if anybody needs a loaf of bread, whole wheat, hot dog buns, hamburger buns, we got them.
You're your man.
I'm your man.
And some stuff we will absolutely stow away because we're going to need it for the next round. Because it will happen again, we know that. I talked to the hydrogeologist a few years just before Irene hit, like a year or two, and he said, you are due for another 1927 flood, and you can expect them every 10 years. So I have always known and have always been, and that was a huge part of why all of us that had worked on this, on Irene, we got together within probably a year of when we did that. And we said we have to be prepared. We knew that changes were happening, that the school was not going to probably be the best option. And so we said, okay, this place is good. We got a generator here. We have now everything we need. When we were at the school, we had no generator. More of our issues and when we've been open have been in the winter months. And we're able to do this because the grosses are right next door. So we now have it down to a science how to do our winter relief. In other words, we have everything set up so they don't even have to go downstairs, but they can just take a shower, check their Wi-Fi, check their email. They can do all of that right there. And if they need to do it at 2 a.m, they can. And we can open the shelter in a moment's notice. So in this instance, I probably had gotten a call Rick called me at 6:10 saying they were evacuating. I said, make sure Amanda and Abe know. He said, I'm going to call them next. I said, fine, I'm going to post this, get dressed. I don't even know if I showered, but I came right down and there were already people here and we haven't stopped. And that's all right. We know what, it's just really a lot easier. It's just a lot easier. So many people have come in to help to cook, so fine, I cook the first couple meals or whatever and I'll help out here and there, but I can do all that other piece of it. Amanda is the Rock of Gibraltar. She's been phenomenal. We didn't handle a lot of phone calls back in Irene. This time, because we have that line, we are doing a lot of phone calls. We have a lot of road crews, we have work crews coming in, want them to come here, we send them out to where we know the need are. We're much more organized overall, and we can work to get funds where they're needed most. And we know the drill. That's the biggest one. We know the drill. It's not our first rodeo. And we're now, because of all the other times we've had to open it, again because of winter and lack of power, we're comfortable here. We know how to do it.
And,
How does it feel to make a contribution in this way?
feels great. It gives me something to do. It gives me some purpose in life besides watching Netflix.